Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Of course, it's Miss Toto. So today we are doing the whole spiel. We are washing and air drying and retying. Washing, air drying, and retying. So I'm just showing you guys her new growth. Showing that her pretty much her grid is still intact. And I'm trying to show you guys like how much new growth she has, but you'll see later on in the video. So let's get started. So right here I am braiding what they call braiding and banding. So I'm pretty much just braiding her hair, like putting in small sections, medium to small sections, and braiding her hair all the way down to the tips. And then I put a rubber band at the end, and then I fold the ends over or under. It wasn't done in this clip, but I fold them under. So yeah, she has about 18 braids in all that I put in her head. All right, now on to the washing. This one I found very interesting because I was kind of like really didn't know, even though I washed her hair 1,000,001 times, but knowing that I'm only using shampoo and I don't have to condition or detangle or any of that, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of like that's it type of, feeling. So I'm pretty much just wetting her hair with some lukewarm water, not hot or cold, lukewarm. And then I used a clarifying shampoo to actually wash her hair with. It is the Suave clarifying shampoo. I know there are more or different ones out there, but so far this is what I have been using. If you guys have any advice as to what other clarifying shampoos I should be using, then let me know in the comments below. But yeah, all I'm doing is just washing her scalp really good. I really didn't need that much. It started to set up really fast, so I just used a little bit, about a quarter, 2/4 worth of the shampoo, and then I just went to town and scrubbing her scalp. Now her scalp is, she did, like I said before in my previous video, she do get those big flakes. So I was just trying to make sure in the front that I, washed her scalp really good. And it did end up getting the flakes out once I got done rinsing it out. So this part wasn't really that foreign to me. I always, as a loose natural, washed her hair in twist. So I would put in like a certain amount of twist and then keep it in as I washed and conditioned her hair. So this part was pretty much like, okay, I know what I'm doing from here. So I'm all done with the washing. Now I am doing what they say, I think separating. I took down all of her braids. I let it air dry, and then I took down all of her braids one by one, and I pretty much just pulled each twist apart to make sure the hairs weren't catching or what they call marrying or anything like that. So I just took them down and separated them one by one. This did take a little bit, like it took me about 20 minutes, and I'm like, okay, but it still isn't bad. I'll take this over detangling any day. And she was calm and playing her game, so she wasn't bothered by it anyway. Okay, so we are all done, and if I would have let this stay in, it would have been a really cute braid out. But we are all done, and I'm just showing you guys her new growth and everything, showing you that her scalp is clean. And now I'm about to get started with this retie. Whoo, pray for me, y'all. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So right here I'm using an oil blend. As you know, she gets dandruff in some areas, so I like to steal some oil on her scalp. Now I call this oil spot or spot oil. I pretty much spot the area where I know that she gets dandruff the most, and I just put a little spot literally and then rub it with my fingers. Okay, y'all, so I had to get the hang of this thing, but pretty much I used the spray bottle. The spray bottle had distilled water in it, and I used it, and then I used this crochet hook that I got from Amazon, and it was kind of like too big for her hair at the moment. It was working, and then the more it started to get a little tight, it wouldn't go through, so I ended up switching it to another tool I got from Walmart, and I think it's like a fabric tool, threading tool or something. I'll show it a little bit later in the video. But yeah, as I was doing these, I watched a few YouTube videos to see how to do the 4-point rotation, and I know the way that they were saying is like do like 3 to 9 and then 12 to 6, or 6 to 12 and then 9 to 3 and 6 to 12 to 6. Yeah, it confused me. So when I was watching the video, how I was understanding it is I would just go left, up, right, down, and that's how I kept my rhythm going, and it helped me remember my last rotation that I was going in. So it helped me to do that, to just, you know, say it in my mind: left, right, or left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down. And so it helped me that way, instead of knowing like the clock method, or I think it was another method that they were doing, north, south, east, west. But I'm just good with saying left, up, right, down, because it just kept my rhythm going. So that's what I did. This whole process took me 8 hours. And remember, she has 380 locks, so, and this was my first time doing it, so I'm hoping the more I do them, the faster I get. But I didn't do it all in one day. I broke it up in a matter of like 3 days. Like I did 2 hours a day, and then the last day we just finished it all. But yeah, and surprisingly enough, this is actually 6 weeks post her installment. So I didn't wait, or I didn't do it at the 4-week mark. I did it at the 6-week mark. And it was still not bad. It just took a little bit longer. So if I do it at the 4-week mark, then I'm sure that it would take me a shorter time to finish her retie. So I may just end up doing that, try to do it every 4 weeks instead of waiting 6 weeks, just to get the hang of it. This is the tool I was telling you guys about. I got this from Walmart. It didn't come like this. I had to distort it a little bit to make the hole bigger, so her twist can fit into the crochet needle. I just took a lighter and burnt it, and it's plastic, so it automatically started to conform. And then I blew out the fire on it, and then shaped it to the way, how big I wanted it to be. So I hope this is a better view for you guys to actually see how I'm doing this, but this is what I was pretty much doing the whole time. It just took me some time, since, you know, I waited, 6 weeks instead of 4 weeks. But I still did one rotation on some of these. Some areas in her hair grew longer, so I did have to do another rotation. But for the most part, it was just one rotation around, and then some of the other parts was just one rotation in probably like a half or something like that. So yeah, this is me doing my first retie on my daughter's hair. It was painless. It just took time, but it takes time with her hair anyway. And she was able to sit through it because I wasn't like combing or detangling or pulling at her hair. So she was fine with it. So yeah, just if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel, and we will be doing more videos of her lock journey and more reties as time goes on. Her hair still is twisted. It's still like it hasn't been locked or anything like that. There was no slipping or bunching or anything like that. It pretty much stayed secure. She did have shrinkage. It went from like mid back length to like her neck, so her hair did shrink. But I probably do stretch it and do like some type of braid out just to give it a little bit of a stretch. But yeah, there's no difference in her hair texture as of yet. It still looks twisted. It doesn't look locked yet. But yeah, this is what we're doing. And just continue to watch, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, bye.
You done, Mommy?
Let's go.
You
Yeah,
done?
about that.